Hello, my lovely angels. This is your girl Sim, back with another episode of the Sim Squad. Hi. I keep making promises that I'll make 2 videos a week and then I don't live up to the promise. I'm trying so hard. I'm still trying to get through all the hauls, all the perfumes I have that I want to review before I start making all the compilations that's been requested by you. But you just have to bear with me till I finish all of these. If I show you a stack of all the perfumes I need to review, you'll be surprised. That's seeming how are you going to get through all of those, But I'm trying. So let me start with Afnan, and we have the delicious Bouquet. Now, you know that out of this Bouquet range of theirs, let me first just show off the box. That's the bottle. And we all know when the word delicious comes into the picture, what the perfume is going to be about. The boxes are always, when you take out the perfume, it always has the image of what the perfume encapsulates, more like it. Delicious Bouquet is more or less a combination of a couple of gourmands. Let's start reviewing this. The bottle is stunning. Now, if you know from this range, I absolutely love the Cherry Bouquet. The Mystique Bouquet is also something I like, but I don't wear it very often because of the strong ambroxan in that. Now, I don't have to actually put my nose to this. This is what I like about Afnan perfumes. First of all, the bottle. This is like my favorite bottle ever. This range, the Bouquet range. You can hold it easily. It feels very good in the hand. It's very classy. It's not too awkward on the shelf. I just love these beautiful bottles. And I keep saying this, when you spray, you can hold the bottle like really nicely, and I really appreciate that. Now, this smells like a combination of Bianco Latte and the Devotion. The top notes for this are lemon, vanilla, white floral and bergamot. Middle notes of orange blossom, sugar, rum, panna cotta and honey. And the base notes of tonka bean, musk, caramel and vanilla. Now I have my Devotion over here, but I also have the Lolita Land by Lolita Lempicka. And I just wanted to test them side by side because I don't know why. I got a little bit of Lolita Lempicka also. Now yes, it's very close to Devotion, but Devotion has a little bit of that greenness. I don't know where that comes from, like that neroli citrus greenness kind of a thing. And this is the Lolita Land. Oh my goodness, yeah. So it's a combination of Lolita Land and your Devotion. When I smell them both together, the moment I smell this, I was like, it has a lot of resemblance to Devotion, but it also has a lot of resemblance to the Lolita Land, and I'm right, because when you mix these two, you get this one. This retails for about $35 for, I think this is an 80 ml. Yeah, it's an 80 ml bottle. It's a citrus gourmand that really does not overcomplicate things. You smell the caramel, the vanilla, the tonka, the gourmand notes very clearly. It has panna cotta and honey as well. But this just smells like a very creamy caramel vanilla. That's the base. And then you have some white florals and you have some citrus elements. Now, as opposed to some other perfumes that are released off late with that lemon citrus like Lyra or the Devotion, this one also has a little bit of orange going on, although it's not listed as a note. It says just lemon and bergamot, but I do feel like a hint of that orangey thing, which is why I think it is comparable to Lolita Land. It opens with this bright burst of lemon, bergamot and that little bit of orange as well that gives it that very fresh, vibrant feeling. And then beneath that surface is that soft, caramelly vanilla, which doesn't become too cloying because of that freshness. It balances it out. It does have a lot of sweetness, but let's just say that the sweetness level is from 1 to 5. It is 3.5. It is not touching 4 or above, which would become a little cloying. What I like in this fragrance is that there are these white florals that are consistently there through the middle notes to the dry down, and it gives it a smooth, almost velvety kind of touch. It is not heady or overwhelming. It's just effortlessly pretty. That's how I feel about this perfume. And yes, in summer you can wear this, but be a little careful of how much you spray, because despite of it being a non-cloying perfume, it does have a creamy vanilla, which might be a little too much for some people in the summer. It's traditionally feminine, but I think a guy can pull this off as well if they want to. But it's definitely a very white floral, creamy citrus gourmand. So just traditionally, it's very feminine. The projection is around 2 feet and the longevity is 6 to 7 hours. There's no Middle Eastern vibe in this, and my rating for this is a 10 out of 10. I'm really loving this DNA of late, yeah? I really like this perfume. Now, I know you'll want the comparison between Victoria. There's so many other ones. There's one actually in this video as well that I'll review, which has a similar vibe. The celebrity I chose for this is Madison Beer. Some people might disagree because she does have like a very vixen kind of a look, but if you actually like get to see her interviews and stuff and everything, I think this is like youthful, fresh, but it does have this sexy gourmand thing about it. The color perception for this is tan. The temperature I would say is warm. It does feel like a cozy, snuggly kind of perfume, and the projection, the presence for this is moderate. Now, since we are like doing this, I want to do a back-to-back Lafidi one, which is called the Symbol of Love. I purposely put this in this video so you have like a comparison point. This is how the box opens. That's the bottle. It's so cute. It has that red and pink combination. I really like bottles like these, which are very simple, but this is also very, very heavy and very good in quality, and the sprayer is amazing as well. I would say this is like a much more fresher, vibrant version of Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion or Lolita Land. And unlike the Afnan perfume, this one does list the mandarin in it. The top notes for this are lemon, orange and mandarin. So yes, this is a very lemon, mandarin, very fresh opening. In the middle you have jasmine blossom, and then in the base you have vanilla, sugary and ambroxan note. The thing is, I am not minding the ambroxan in this. I can definitely smell it, but it's not so heavy or heady that it'll claw me or give me a headache or make me feel sick or migraine-y kind, you know. This again is a very vanilla DNA. You can smell the creamy vanilla in the base, but let's just say this is like a much more fresher version. This is more comparable, to be honest with you, with Lolita Land than Devotion. What does Lolita Land smell like, by the way, for people who don't know? It smells like a orange icicle, orange popsicle, icicle, whatever you call it. It's just a little creamy orange perfume. And when it comes to Symbol of Love, this is like a creamier version of Lolita Land. This again would be categorized as a citrus gourmand because of those like heavy citruses. This is probably, out of this entire range of perfumes, this is probably the most citrus heavy from this gourmand citruses. The slightly creamy dry down is so slightly creamy that you can pull this off in spring, summer for sure, without feeling like scared that this will be cloying or give you a headache or anything. It's fairly a simple perfume and an easy grab for anybody who likes this kind of DNA, either Devotion, Lyra, Lolita Land. There's so many now, even the new Afnan, your Victoria by Latafa, there's so many of them now. I'm not going to go very in depth about this perfume because, again, just think of it as a creamy vanilla with like lots of orange and orange and lemon. But think of like this one being very heavy in the orangey vibe. But it doesn't smell like orange juice, or it's a creamy vanilla gourmand with added lemon and orange. I really like it. This again for me is a 10 out of 10. Okay, these guys, I'm of late been obsessed with this DNA. Anything that smells like Lyra was one of my favorite perfumes ever. I'm so happy now we have other versions of it. Lolita Land, you can see despite of me having so many perfumes, I finished quite a bit of this. So these are the DNAs that I really like. This is how much I finished my Devotion. So I really do enjoy this DNA. This one does not have any Middle Easternness about it. The projection for this perfume would be around 2 to 3 feet, and the longevity is, let's say, 7 hours. And the celebrity, I had to give it to Elle Fanning. Like anything that looks a little bit, smells a little bit like fairy tale, or it has like this freshness but this innocence about it, I always go towards Elle Fanning. The color perception for this is a tangerine color. It's really fresh, but I'm going to try and find a color that is a little subtle, and I'll put the name for the color as well to make sense. The temperature for this is neutral and the presence is moderate. This is definitely traditionally feminine, suitable for spring, summer, daytime. And this retails for about $30 only for 100 ml. Now let me switch it up a little bit. It has a brother, Symbol of Power. That was Symbol of Love. This is Symbol of Power. Oh, they have the notes written at the back. So you have top notes of bergamot, lemon and pepper, heart notes of jasmine, lavender and juniper, and the base notes of patchouli, ambroxan and leather. Oof, yeah, this is a very masculine fragrance. It's fresh, spicy, a little aromatic. Smells like a blue perfume in my opinion. It smells very old school masculine. I know I shouldn't use the word old school, but it does smell very old school. It smells like the spicy blue perfume. Think of an opening of a very fresh blue vibe with pepper and lavender. And think of it in a very perfumey sense, not like realistic. This is followed by like a pine-like smell, like this pine, you know, you dangle those pine thingies in your car, the fresheners, and a little bit of jasmine as well in it. So it smells like this woody jasmine, and those opening notes continue. So you still have that freshness along with that lavender and pepper, which keeps that fresh spicy opening till the middle notes as well. The dry down has like this earth smell. The dry down is very earthy. It has like just a little bit of leather. It's not like very prominently leather, so don't think of it as a leather perfume. It's there in a very subtle way, and somehow the perfume in the dry down turns a little soapy. It smells aquatic, it smells soapy, it smells slightly tad bit metallic as well. Personally, I love it. I love it for the boys because this is a very safe, don't think too hard kind of a blue perfume, spicy blue perfume. It's a safe blind buy. I don't see anybody not liking the perfume. I want to give this a 9 out of 10. It's beautiful, but because it's not revolutionary or something, I don't want to give it a 10 out of 10. Is it generic? Yes, it does smell a little generic, but is it something that everybody will like? 100%. It's definitely quite masculine leaning, and because of its aquatic nature and freshness, you can wear it all day during spring, summer. There's no Middle Eastern vibe. The projection is 2 to 3 feet. Longevity, I would say, is about 7 hours. The celebrity I thought of was Josh Hartnett. I think I've been watching too many of his movies of late, and this is very that generation, you know what I mean? The color perception for this is a dark grey. I'll try to find the correct dark grey which has this cold temperature to it. So my temperature rating for this is cool, and the presence for this is moderate. Now moving on to the next one, a lot of people did ask me about this, and they did tell me that Simin, you're going to absolutely love this perfume. This is the new Arabian Prestige called Lychee Musk. You know, I've reviewed the cranberry musk, I've reviewed the blueberry musk. This is the lychee version of the same perfume. Now, I was a little skeptical going into this, and the only reason I had not bought this already, by the way, a lot of perfumes today I have bought them, it was not sent to me, but I really wanted to try this one because of you guys, because you guys told me that, Simin, you're going to absolutely love it, and please don't go thinking that this is going to smell like that Kayali lychee, sparkling lychee perfume. And I was like, okay, let me not, you know, already make up my mind that I will not like it, because that perfume is something I don't really enjoy. This is about $38 online for 100 ml. Okay, so I was so happy that I listened to you guys and I bought this perfume, yeah. The opening is very, instantly you feel that hard candy, the lychee, mixed with a green apple. That's how it smells. It smells like very like a lychee green apple candy. It is tart, but at the same time it has that lychee freshness. Let me tell you the top notes, middle notes and base notes, and then I can explain to you. By the time this will dry down a little bit. The top notes are green apple and lychee, literally the same notes. But it comes off as a candy smell, not like fresh green apple or fresh lychee. Middle notes are rose, white flower and ambery notes. And the base notes are vanilla, musk, cedarwood and caramel. There are so many layers to this perfume. It changes, okay? Like give it a couple of minutes and the candy smell dissipates and it starts revealing this sparkly drink. The sparkly drink of lychee, rose. Think of it as not heavy rose, not heavy lychee. If it was sparkling, very bubbly and effervescent. So the opening was candy. The middle notes is the sparkling rose lychee drink. But after like, let's say an hour or so, right now it's not reached there, but it becomes very similar to a dessert. It becomes like Turkish delight or something. Still like a very, very fresh Turkish delight. And it smells very pink. It smells like a fresh pink color. You will definitely smell the apple, the lychee, the rose. You will smell a little bit of musk, some light woods and vanilla as well. But the vanilla is very, very mild and it's definitely not going in the creamy direction at all. This is a very bubbly, effervescent, fresh perfume. So yes, it does smell kind of like Kayali's perfume, but not really. They have given it a massive twist. It's definitely spring, summer, daytime. It's more spring actually than summer. Summer dress, garden, like picnic, that kind of vibe. And this is definitely my favorite from the line. So from the entire musk line from Arabian Prestige, this is my favorite. And even the bottle, this one is so cute. It's very Middle Eastern, by the way, this bottle. Old school Middle Eastern, they all used to look like this. They had these golden patterns, a little stud. Maybe many people who are my age, they might not appreciate this perfume, but I don't know. Like out of all these weird, like bubbly perfumes, this one is very, very attractive. So I'm so surprised that most of y'all were like, Simin, you're going to like it. Although I was not very confident. I was like, yeah, going to be like candy, and I'm like, stop it with the candy perfumes, you know. It's definitely very, very soft feminine. The projection is 2 feet, and the longevity I would say is like 6 to 7 hours. It stays on the skin for like ever, but it becomes like a musky lychee rose fragrance, and it's very close to the skin then. My rating for this is an 8.5 out of 10. I really, really like it, and I think I bought this at the right time because I need like these fresh perfumes for the summer. Dubai is getting really hot, guys, and it's kind of becoming depressing, and we have like 7 months or 8 months of this weather. Like the peak temperature will be 4 months, which goes up above 50 degrees Celsius. It goes up to 55. Sometimes it's recorded 56 as well. It's very, very, very hot. And during that time, we need this super fresh, zesty, effervescent, sparkly, bubbly perfumes. The celebrity I chose for this is Courtney Eaton. Again, youthful, but has some soft feminine vibe about her. She actually has a little dark feminine vibe as well, but like it's there, it's right there. The color perception for this would be a dusty pink. The temperature is neutral, and the presence is mild. Now, staying in line with like these fresh, zesty perfumes, this is something I'm really excited to share. This is the Voux Zingy. I finally am reviewing this for you guys. This is from the Emir line of Paris Corner. Now, if you know the Voux Zeste, which was supposed to smell like Lira, but it has like a massive twist to it, that one is already one of my summer favorites, and this is another one. That had the same bottle, the Emir line. If you know, they're all inspired by Zerjoff perfumes, and they all have the same shape but different colors. That was like this mangoish yellow color. This one is like a lime green color, and rightfully so, because this is a very bergamot basil perfume. Basil. Let me not start that argument again. And this is supposed to smell like Zerjoff Torino 21. And automatically, I think I told you guys even in teasers and everything, I just love this perfume. It's just a citrus aromatic perfume, and I know this will be one of my go-to perfumes in summer. Citrus aromatic. Let me tell you the notes. Top notes are basil, bergamot, Italian citron, and lemon. Heart notes of jasmine, amber tolloid, verbena, and base notes of musk. It literally smells like a sweet mojito, like a mojito that has that extra sweetness. It's not too tart, but they added a lot of basil to it. It smells minty fresh. Like, I don't know, there's no mint listed over here, but definitely has the mint. That's why it smells so much like a mojito to me. And the citruses in here are not sharp. They're not very citrusy. It smells like once that mojito has sat for 5 to 10 minutes, you know, and how the citruses merge with the sweetness. And that's why I'm saying the sweetness a little bit extra than how a mojito sweetness is. And that's like cutting out all that sharpness of the citruses. So although it has lemon and bergamot, by the way, the citron is also giving it a little that balmy effect. It smells green. It smells minty, fresh, citrusy with those mild white florals and just a hint of sweetness. Think of if you spill like a mojito on a hot balmy day on your skin and then it dries off, you know, how your skin would smell like, kind of smells like that. And I really like that smell, by the way. I have had spilled many drinks on myself in my days. But like, yeah, mojito, how it would smell like on your skin. I most definitely smell lavender as well. That's why I say it's a very aromatic perfume. It's not just the basil, it's also the lavender in here. Again, is it revolutionary? No, it's not. It smells like sweet mojito, but it's so beautiful. And I absolutely 100% yes, love it because it's very cooling. If you spray this on yourself, it literally feels like you wiped yourself with those wet wipes, which are mentholated, cooling, sweet smelling ones. And then if you just wipe your neck and behind your ears, you know how fresh you feel? This perfume smells like that. Like this is, I know, this is going to probably finish this summer itself. I'm going to overuse this perfume. And by the way, you can layer this with a lot of perfume. You can layer this with the Arabian. It's going to smell wonderful. You can layer it with like the symbol of love. You can layer it with this Afnan, and it'll give it that citrus aromatic twist to any perfume, any of these beautiful summer perfumes. I can even think of adding this to oud perfumes and woody perfumes. The sky is the limit. Like, I don't know, I will probably be adding this to like so many things. Plus, I do kind of like this bottle. The color is apt. This is the color perception, by the way. Lime. I think that color is lime, right? It's definitely unisex, can be worn by both women and men. No Middle Eastern vibe. My rating for this is a massive 10 out of 10. I love this perfume so much. Projection is like around 2 feet and the longevity is a little poor. I would say it's like 6 hours, pushing to 7 hours, but 6 hours is something I can be sure of and tell you guys 6 hours. But it's a super fresh minty perfume. You will need to top this off. The celebrity I chose for this is Nicholas Galitzine. I hope I've pronounced his name right. But I'll put his picture. Fresh, minty, fresh, you know. One of those. I don't know why I chose a dude for it though. Because it does like, I should have chosen a woman. Color perception lime, temperature is cold, and the presence is mild. I was very happy with all the perfumes. I don't think I disliked any perfume today. They all were 8 and above, which is excellent. Whenever something like this happens, I'm very happy about it. And I like the fact that all of them were summery as well. I think we need more perfumes that are... I promised you guys that I'll make a compilation of like citrus perfumes separately and very fresh perfumes, whether it would be fruity or floral, zesty, anything but all the fresh perfumes that you can use during this hot weather that's coming our way. But let me go through all my perfume hauls because I need to like not do it again and again, the compilations, and I'll make them for you soon. I'm going to wrap this up for today guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!